I'm going to dive into the 5 steps of the link method and show you how this works. But I do want to caution you, don't begin sending connection requests until you have a compelling and a professional LinkedIn profile. It's essential if you want your ideal clients to click the accept button to your invite. You can't message anybody until they're a connection. And if you did nothing other than have a professional looking headshot, custom cover photo, update your headline, your about section, and your current work experience, you'd be better off than most people. Take a look at my cover photo and my headline here. I'm making it clear as to what I do. If you're going to use LinkedIn for lead generation, it's important that you make a great first impression. You know the saying, you only have one chance to make a good impression. Well, this is your chance. All right, now let's dive into the link method. There are 5 steps in this process. The first is to find your ideal clients. Step 2 is to connect with them. Step 3 is to engage in dialogue with them. Step 4 is to build relationships through adding value. And step 5 is to convert to an offline conversation. I'm going to go deeper into each of these steps. As I mentioned, step 1 is to find prospects, those that could be ideal clients for you. When I first started looking at LinkedIn, I found it was a gold mine filled with professionals, decision makers, and business people, many of which were my perfect clients, and most of which could afford what I was offering. Now, this was often not the case with other social platforms. The average income of LinkedIn users is $109,000, which is more than double the average of Facebook or Twitter users. So how do you find prospects on LinkedIn? Well, thankfully, finding them is actually very easy. You don't want to just wait for prospects to come to you. You can't sit there frustrated and hope business will magically show up. You need to actively go out and search for them, finding the right people who are a good fit for what you offer, people who can afford what you offer. The best way to start is by searching for prospects with LinkedIn's incredibly robust advanced search function. LinkedIn's advanced search is a powerful tool that most people don't ever fully leverage. Even if you're just using the free version of LinkedIn, still the most targeted search functionality of any social network. There's tremendous opportunity to easily and quickly find your target market. Go to the search bar and search for keywords that would match your ideal client. You can then search by titles, location, companies, industries, and schools they've attended. This is all within the free version. If you have a paid version like Sales Navigator, you have much more search functionality than that. The advanced search will produce a huge list of potential clients who match your search criteria. Now I'm going to share a ninja search tip with you. You can make your searches even more targeted by using something called Boolean search. This allows for hyper-targeting, which will weed out the wrong people and laser focus on the right ones. You could set up the search to list a variety of different search parameters all at one time. For example, if I was looking for a marketing leader, I may search for the title Vice President of Marketing. I could also program my search to find a SVP of Marketing or a CMO. I could then also exclude certain people. For example, my search might look like this: Vice President of Marketing, or SVP of Marketing, or CMO, not consultant, not coach. I'm excluding coaches and consultants because they're likely self-employed and don't fit into the criteria for the target market that I'm looking for here. This is just really the tip of the iceberg on how targeted you can get, but it gives you some ideas of the capabilities that are available for you to find and target your ideal clients on LinkedIn. Now, what if you find a really good search and you want to keep it? LinkedIn allows you to save your best searches. So if you have a particular search that's producing some really good results, you'll want to save that search. This is really powerful because you'll get search alerts directly from LinkedIn when people match that criteria. LinkedIn's going to continue to populate leads for you with a saved search function. This saves you a tremendous amount of time in your lead generation efforts. So the first step in the link method is to find your ideal prospects. We've talked about that. Now let's take a look at steps 2 through 5. Okay, now you've found a good prospect, and you'll proceed to step 2, which is to contact them by sending them a connection request. You have one goal with your connection request, and that's to get the person you're trying to connect with to click accept. When someone receives a connection request from somebody they don't know, there's a question that immediately comes to their mind. And that's, who is this person and why are they trying to connect with me? Your personalized connection request must answer that question. Would you believe that some people start pitching right away, right in their connection request? How likely do you think someone is to accept a connection request when there's any form of sales pitch right in it? Let me show you some examples of ones where I immediately clicked ignore. Doesn't this message just scream, I'm going to send you a full-on sales pitch the moment you accept my connection request? And then there's this guy who believes that personalizing the connection request just means adding words in there without any real form of personalization. In fact, you can't get more vague than this. As a sales plus leadership professional, blah, blah, blah. And then his second sentence is all about him. Why should I or anyone else that doesn't know him care? Speaking of making it all about oneself, look at this request. This woman laid out a mini resume for me in her connection request. No one is going to care. And many people will not accept a connection request like this. Do not make your connection request all about you. In fact, you need to make it 100% about them. And then there's the countless connection requests I received that haven't even bothered to write a personalized message. I found this one especially interesting, as she claims to be a LinkedIn strategist, yet she sent a complete stranger a connection request without personalizing her message. She's also a LinkedIn strategist who doesn't know how to spell strategy. Check out the hashtag LinkedIn strategy in her headline. By the way, never put hashtags in your profile. They're not clickable, they're not searchable, and they're a waste of time. And this is why you and so many others are probably confused when it comes to LinkedIn. There's a lot of bad information, contradictory information, and bad teachers out there, unfortunately. So getting back to the connection request itself, personalized connection requests are so rare, this alone can make you stand out. Now that, of course, is unless you totally screw it up, like the examples I've just showed you. Remember to always ensure the message you send is framed from your prospect's perspective, not yours. Okay, so I bet you're thinking, well, Melanie, what does work? What will get my connection request accepted? Let's look at this one. What does it have? It has personalization, it's clear and concise, and it's complimentary. We all love compliments, don't we? If you're ever unsure while writing a message, then think to yourself, if I received this message, would I accept this connection request? And if you're personalizing and you're making it all about you, that's almost worse than not personalizing it at all. There are many ways that you can authentically personalize your message. Start by visiting their profile and look for something that you share in common. While you're there, visit their recent activities section. Look at their profile and the things that they post. It'll often give you insights into what they're interested in, what's important to them professionally and personally. Try referencing something specific that you saw in their profile that you find of interest, whether it be their experience or something that they've shared on LinkedIn, such as a status update or even a published article. You can also compliment them or their company. No matter who you're targeting, whether it's large companies or small businesses, you're always just connecting with a person. Don't forget that. It's not B2B, it's H to H, human to human. I want to give you a powerful pro tip, and that's leveraging warm introductions. One of my clients was a consultant selling to large corporations. She had a really long sales cycle of 9 to 12 months. She was really frustrated with the long sales cycles that are the norm when dealing with big companies. I showed her how to mine her network with the people who knew, liked, and trusted her to get introduced to decision makers. This powerful third-party credibility happens automatically when you're being recommended. This technique allowed her to gain access to some of the hardest to reach executives and get her foot in the door effortlessly. The best part was that many of the warm introductions she received shortened her sales cycle from 9 to 12 months for a signed deal to just 4 to 5 months. In addition to her sales dramatically increasing, she no longer had to spend half her day chasing deals. So how can you use this process yourself? Well, I want you to expand your thinking and look beyond just your customers for warm introductions. You can get introductions from more than just your clients. Think about your industry peers, even your vendors. You should even consider the people who you went to school with, anyone who could comfortably make introductions for you. Begin to build up a referral network. Now, I do want to point out that just because somebody's connected to someone else on LinkedIn, that doesn't mean that they know them personally. I've got close to 30,000 first-level connections. I can assure you that I don't know all of them personally. So you need to find that out first. Before asking for a warm introduction, ask your contact if they know the specific individual or not that you want to get introduced to. If they say that they do, then go ahead and ask for an introduction. And it's inappropriate to ask somebody to introduce you that can't truly vouch for you. This only works when you ask people that know, like, and trust you. Otherwise, it's best to just do a personalized invite on your own without the help of an introduction. Those work just fine too. Now, warm introductions are especially helpful when trying to access the reach people, high-level executives, CEOs, and influencers. Can you see how LinkedIn can be a powerful lead generation tool for you? It can also help you get to a deal or a yes much quicker. I hope so. So back to the link method. Let's dive into step 3. This is where most people stop. They send or accept a connection request, and that's the end of it. They collect connections. They never start a conversation and never have a dialogue with their connections. How can you expect to generate business without ever speaking to someone? Imagine going to a networking event, meeting a bunch of your ideal prospects, collecting their business cards, and then never following up with them again. You wouldn't do that, would you? And you certainly wouldn't expect business to magically appear from attending a networking event. Too many people fall into this trap on LinkedIn. And they're also the ones that are wondering why business doesn't just magically appear. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have the people who follow up religiously with sales pitch after sales pitch, and that doesn't work either. There must be a middle ground. Step 3 is about building some rapport and starting a dialogue. You want to follow up after they accept your connection request with a personalized message. I call this the welcome message or a thank you message. Essentially, you begin by thanking them for connecting. You then start a dialogue, something short and easy. Maybe it's asking them a question or commenting on something they posted. And again, never, ever, ever pitch anything. This is the fastest way to turn someone off. And I know you know that because you get these sales pitches the same as I do. We label these people as spammers. Let me show you an example of one of the worst messages I've ever received. And this one wasn't even a blatant sales pitch. This is a message I received from a complete stranger, someone I've never spoken to before, who proceeded to ask me for not one thing, but 5 things. Look at my website, read my educational materials, sign up for my newsletter, read through my emails, give me feedback. My goodness, how about a coffee before we get married? I show you this as an extreme example, but to also understand that a message doesn't need to be a sales pitch to come across as spammy. Let me explain further. I was providing feedback to one of my students on the messages that they had created that's enrolled in one of my online courses during a live coaching session. In his step 3 message, he was sending out what he thought was a friendly message, yet it was coming across as sales pitchy even though he wasn't trying to sell anything. Now, helping my clients and my students craft messages that get a response is one of my superpowers. So I critiqued his message, made it super personalized, and now his response rate has gone from next to no one responding to over 35% of people writing him back. 35% of cold connections responding is pretty darn good. Remember, the goal here is to simply start a dialogue. It's to build some rapport. So we've covered the first 3 steps of the link method. And that brings us to step 4, where the whole purpose is to begin to build a relationship with your connections, especially those that could be your ideal clients. One effective way to begin to build a relationship is by adding value to them, value in advance. In this next message in step 4, consider something that you could offer your prospect that would be of value to them. Perhaps it's a content resource or something else that they find valuable or interesting. It could be created by you or it could be created by somebody else. But the key is to always make sure that anything you send is 100% relevant to them, something that they'd find value in. When deciding the content and the types of things that you want to share, there's a few questions that you should consider. The questions that you want to ask yourself are, what are they interested in? And if you understand who your ideal clients are, you should know the answer to this. What's important to them? And what problems or challenges do they face? If you're going to send them any form of content, whether it's your own or somebody else's, make sure it's specific and it's tailored to their business. One of my clients wrote a white paper on how to choose the right software development company. And before working with me, he was sending this out. This may initially sound okay, but it's ultimately self-serving and the people that were receiving it could see right through it. Clearly, his company was not having much success with this resource, as each person receiving it perceived it as a sales pitch in disguise. It needs to be of value to them, not you. It needs to address something that's top of mind for your prospects. So I asked my client to tell me the number one problem that his target market struggled with. He said it was keeping their software projects on budget and on time. So I recommended he created a piece of content that was exactly on that topic: how to keep your software development project on budget, on time, and on feature. This addressed their top of mind problem. The fastest way to position yourself as an authority on your topic is through offering high quality content. Here's another example. I've done quite a lot of work with people in the financial services industry. If I were to reach out to a high-end financial advisor or firm with a resource that's called the LinkedIn Blueprint to Grow Your Business, there might be a few financial advisors interested in this, but not many. It's not specific. It's not tailored to their industry. And knowing what I know about the people in the financial services industry, they all want to attract more high net worth clients. What they'd be interested in is a targeted piece of content, such as the Financial Advisor's Guide to Attracting High Net Worth Clients using LinkedIn. How much more attention is this going to get? A lot. This is 100% relevant to them. It's something that they're interested in. It's something that's important to them. And it's something that they're trying to achieve. Now, did you know that buyers are 5 times more likely to engage with somebody who provides them content, new insights about their business or industry? So you can't be generic. It's got to be specific. It must be tailored specifically to your target market if you want them to show any interest at all. Okay, so 4 down, 1 to go. When I got started with social media, I focused on being more of a content marketer because I never wanted to be perceived as the sales pitcher. But in order to get sales, you need to have conversations. And that's what step 5 is all about. Instead of passively waiting around for business to come from content or other sources, you can control your lead generation results. But to do that, you need to get on the phone with your ideal clients, or in some cases, depending on your business, meet them face to face. Now, if you've personalized everything, taken the time to send relevant and tailored messages, you've added some value, many of your LinkedIn connections will be willing to have a conversation with you. There's a delicate balance between not doing this too soon and waiting too long. Over the years, I found that the magic number on LinkedIn to be 4 touch points, which brings us right here in step 5, moving the conversation offline. But if you've skipped any of these steps or you've done them incorrectly, this will not work. Most of the time anyways. You could get lucky once in a while. It's in step 5 that you're going to request to move the conversation offline, because it's offline that you're going to get to know your prospect enough to be able to have a sales conversation. You should never try to sell anything until you understand the exact challenges a prospect is facing and that you know you can provide a solution for them. Patrick, who I mentioned at the beginning of this webinar, is one of my students, and he was just getting started with LinkedIn. He could have easily fallen into the trap that he had with other social platforms, which was he was just engaging with his ideal clients, which in his case are influencers, and then never moving the conversation offline. Luckily, he had taken my training and he didn't fall into that trap with LinkedIn. Now, what's interesting in his situation is that influencers are actually one of the hardest people to get a hold of. This is because they're inundated with requests on a regular basis. And because they get bombarded, they tend to ignore almost everything. So you have to look at who your target market is. The higher level they are, or the more well-known they are, like a decision maker in a company or an influencer of some kind, the more connection requests and messages they're going to get. A lot more than the average person. The other thing that's interesting about Patrick's situation is he was brand new to LinkedIn. He literally started with LinkedIn right after doing my training. Thankfully, he hadn't developed any bad habits. He went in and he did it right from the start. He followed my personalization strategy perfectly. And that's why in just 2 weeks of using LinkedIn, he was able to connect with 50 influencers and book calls with 12 of them. And as I'm sure you've seen, most people are doing a terrible job at moving conversations offline. Many are just trying to rush as quickly as possible to the sale. They connect with somebody and they go into their sales pitch. You haven't even discovered what the person's problems are, what they need, what outcomes they most desire until you've had a conversation with them. Once you've had that offline conversation, if it makes sense, then you offer your solution. If it doesn't make sense, then the solution never even comes up in conversation. But in order to book that phone call, you need to give them a compelling reason for requesting this offline conversation. They need to know how it's going to benefit them. And please, please don't ever say, "Can we schedule a time for a phone call?" You'll get a big no if you ask this way. You need to know what they're thinking, which is what's in it for me. WIIFM. Remember that acronym. They want to know how they'll benefit from the time they spend speaking with you. Time is valuable and nobody wants their time wasted. The purpose of this entire process is to book conversations with qualified prospects, the ones who can afford your services. And when you do this right, you'll be able to have a full sales pipeline of high quality leads. Now you can take what I've shown you in this masterclass, the 5 steps of the link method, and try to go it alone and figure out the best ways to create a client-focused profile that's going to attract your ideal clients. Use LinkedIn's advanced search to find those perfect clients. Create the messages for each step that gets replied to. Figure out the best content to share to build your authority on your topic. Or you can stay with me on this masterclass for a little longer while I tell you about a complete 90-day solution for creating an effective and predictable lead generation system for your business. One that will build you a steady pipeline of high-quality clients while building a strong personal brand and elevating your authority and your credibility. The solution is my new course, Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0. It's a step-by-step system and complete framework that will keep your sales pipeline full of qualified prospects, many that will be excited to talk to you. In just 90 days, you'll have everything you need to generate more sales conversations, book more clients, and increase your revenue. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, marketer, salesperson, or you offer any kind of professional service, this program will allow you to reach more of your ideal clients in less time and generate more sales. Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0 will show you exactly how to connect with your prospects, demonstrate your expertise and authority, and earn their trust so that they buy from you. Here's just some of the things that you'll learn in this program. How to reach clients more effectively and have a leg up on your competition by really understanding the unique psychology of today's modern buyer. How to quickly build your authority and credibility, increase trust, and even, if you so desire, establish thought leadership over time. How to build relationships the right way on LinkedIn and how to quickly transition them into phone calls. Analyze what's working to find the hottest prospects using all of LinkedIn's built-in functions to laser target your results. How to quickly and easily mine your network for leads, prospects, referrals, and warm introductions. When and if it makes sense to upgrade to LinkedIn Premium or Sales Navigator if you really want to amplify your lead generation, and much more. This program, in fact, is much more than a how-to guide. It's a complete lead generation system that will end all the feast and famine cycles in your business. And I'm going to break down what you'll get each month over the next 3 months so you can see just how powerful this course could be for you. Month 1 is the brand builder. During your first month, you'll learn everything you need to know to build a strong, client-focused, personal, and professional brand. Remember at the beginning of this masterclass, I shared how you shouldn't start any lead generation activities without first having a complete, professional, and client-centric profile? Well, this is where I teach you exactly how to do that. During this first month, you'll discover how to create the right profile that gets prospects clicking accept in response to your connection requests. You'll learn how to build your personal and professional brand. Specifically, you'll learn how to create a powerful personal brand while always speaking directly to the needs of your ideal clients. The best way to leverage the most valuable piece of marketing real estate, your profile, and why it's even more important sometimes than your website. Keys to optimizing your profile so that you show up at the top of the search results, and why you need a LinkedIn company page and how to create one really quickly that works for you. We'll also learn how to create marketing messages that have your ideal clients asking you to work with them, how to deep dive into your prospects' pain points and position your solution so that they immediately respond to your messages and your requests, how to use your why story to stand out from your competitors. Many people skip this element, but it's super important. How to increase your social proof so that you can build trust much quicker and close deals faster, and much more. You'll also get templates, checklists, and even a fill-in-the-blanks LinkedIn profile builder to help you get your profile perfected quickly. As you can see, you'll have all the tools to make your LinkedIn personal profile and your LinkedIn company page stand out, attract your ideal clients, and build trust. The Brand Builder course is available on its own for $500, but I'm including it as part of the entire Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0 package. In month 2, we'll dive into creating your LinkedIn lead generation system. This will allow you to find the people who want and can afford your services and book warm calls, not cold calls, and get more clients. Breaking down month 2, you'll learn how to connect with the right people using the right messaging, and you'll specifically learn how to ensure your connection requests are accepted by your ideal clients at least 90% of the time. How to generate a consistent flow of new leads from LinkedIn, and this is spending as little as 15 to 30 minutes a day. How to perfect the 5 crucial steps to generating leads with the link method. Turn cold connections into clients using my proven lead generation messaging sequence. You'll also learn how to get people interested in you and your services without ever coming across as pushy or salesy. How to set up LinkedIn so that it's automatically sending the right targeted leads to you. And how to mine your network for warm introductions and referrals. It includes a done-for-you step-by-step lead generation plan that you can easily follow. You'll also know exactly what membership is right for you, free versus premium versus Sales Navigator, based on your business, your target market, and your revenue goals. I'll also share all of the advanced features of Sales Navigator and how to make the most of them should you want to use that and really put your lead generation into overdrive, and a lot more. You'll also get templates, playbooks, and message scripts to ensure that you have the right messaging and all the right things in place to get results. In fact, you're going to get my highest converting lead generation message scripts and templates to make them your own. Now, I've split tested hundreds of different messages and pinpointed those that get the highest connection request acceptance rate, the highest response rate, and the highest conversion to a phone call. You'll also receive my warm introduction message scripts. I've developed a high converting script that you can use to get warm leads and referrals. And you'll receive a lead generation playbook. I've put together a step-by-step plan of the tasks that you need to do daily, weekly, to eliminate all guesswork. Having this written plan makes taking action much easier, and you will not find me telling you to do a bunch of things that don't produce results. This entire program is about spending the least amount of time and getting the most results by only focusing on the highest leveraging activities, the activities that are going to get you clients and make you money. Personally, I hate wasting time, and I'm not one to play on social media, so everything I teach is highly focused on results. And for those who are serious about lead generation, I'm also providing a Sales Navigator action plan. You'll learn how to make the most of Sales Navigator's advanced features. Now, you don't have to invest in Sales Navigator right now. Should you want to? Should you really want to put your lead generation into overdrive? Or maybe you're going after some really big clients. You'll know how to use Sales Navigator to get the most out of your investment should you decide to upgrade. But again, it's only optional. I just want you to have this information should you need it. The system doesn't leave anything to chance. When you complete the lessons, do the exercises, and implement what you've learned and created, you're going to quickly begin to see business-changing results for yourself, the ones that I've been talking about. And by the way, I'll also cover exactly which LinkedIn membership is right for you based on your target market and where you're at with your business currently. Again, you don't have to upgrade to Sales Navigator or any premium accounts if you're not ready for that. You can do everything in this program with a free account. But I'll explain when or if it makes sense for you to upgrade if lead generation is a high priority for your business. Now, you can buy my Lead Builder course on its own. This complete system sells for $1,000, but this as well is part of the Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0 package. And finally, in month 3, we'll go through the Authority Builder. In the 3rd month, I'll teach you how to build authority, credibility, and trust with the right content strategy. This will really help you to be able to nurture your prospects and keep you top of mind with the right people. During month 3, you'll learn how to use the right content to build your authority, including how to post content that gets massive engagement from the right people, how to create and implement a content marketing calendar so that you never have to worry about what or when to post again, and how to save time using other people's content that allows you to stay top of mind with your network and your ideal clients, how to choose the best form of content to build authority and inspire action. And if this is important to you, you'll also learn how to become an SEO whiz and get your content to rank at the top of Google so that you can begin to generate inbound leads. Imagine clients just coming to you. And you'll understand what content works best at each stage of the buyer's journey so that you can close more deals. You'll know how to get your content seen by as many people as possible. It's not enough to create content. You need to effectively promote it. And if you feel comfortable with video, you'll learn LinkedIn video and LinkedIn live video marketing strategies. You'll discover how to build relationships with influencers, decision makers, and leverage powerful third-party credibility. And how to quickly and easily deploy a content marketing strategy. And I promise it won't be a chore. I'll also provide you with some essential templates and checklists to help you plan content, promote your content, and optimize your content for SEO. These will ensure that you don't leave anything to chance and you get it right the first time. The Authority Builder will complement everything you learned in the previous 2 months. It will really ensure that you have the tools to establish yourself as an authority on your topic and start to be seen as a trusted advisor to your ideal clients. Building authority will allow you to be seen as an expert. And let's face it, people prefer to work with experts and they're willing to pay more to do so. You'll essentially have a complete inbound marketing strategy to organically start attracting business to you. But you'll also have that strategy to proactively get business and never just sit around waiting for it to happen. The Authority Builder course is available on its own for $500, but I'm also including it in the Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0 package. Now, I hope I haven't overwhelmed you. You may be feeling like this is a lot to get done in just 3 months. Now, although the program is designed for you to be able to complete it in a 90-day period with one new phase released each month, you can absolutely go slower if you need to. You'll have access to the entire program for a full year. So if you need more time to go through it and implement it, you can absolutely do it at your own pace. And you'll have plenty of time to go back through important lessons as many times as you want over the year. You're going to have a complete lead generation system that you can deploy month after month and year after year. You'll never have to wonder where your leads are coming from. You'll no longer be passively waiting around and hoping for new clients. You'll have full control over how many new clients you want to get each month. This will put you in a power position. You no longer have to guess what your revenue might be on any given month. You can decide on what it's going to be based on how much effort you put into your lead generation plan. And when you get too busy with your business, you're going to have a complete strategy in place with all the messages and tasks documented. These can be delegated to someone else. And you also have the ability to ramp your lead gen down if you're too busy and you don't want more clients. You can ramp your lead gen plan up or down depending on your goals. This is a complete LinkedIn marketing, personal branding, lead generation, and content marketing system all in one. So you can buy each of these 3 phases separately for $2,000. But today, as part of the Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0 package, you can get access to all 3 for just one payment of $9.97 US. And for a limited time, you'll also receive 3 months of live coaching sessions, 1 each month. So in addition to everything I just shared with you, you'll get support from me for 3 months. You'll have the opportunity to get my individual attention when you show up for my monthly coaching and Q&A sessions. You'll have the time to work through the lessons each month, implement what you learn, and then come to the live sessions and receive feedback. These sessions can run as long as 2 hours because I'm going to provide you updates as they become relevant. I'm going to answer any questions, and anybody that requests feedback will get individualized feedback on these sessions. Outside of this program, to participate in these live coaching sessions would cost $1,000, but when you enroll today, you get them included as part of the package at no cost. Plus, if you have questions between calls, you'll get access to a private Facebook group where you get answers to your questions quickly. So if you're ready to start generating a predictable stream of new leads and sales every month and stop worrying about where those leads will come from, just click the button on this page and register now. You'll have the ability to take control of your lead generation and build a sales funnel full of qualified leads, ones that can afford your services, that'll be interested in what you have to say because your profile stands out, your messages connect with them. Everything you do will convey authority and credibility, and you'll be able to build trust quickly. If you need a little bit more information on the value that you'll get from this program, the benefits that you can expect from investing in it, just stick around. I'm going to dive deeper into that right now, and I'm going to also address some of the questions that you might have. When I provide a training similar to this for companies, they pay me between $20,000 and $80,000, depending upon the size of their team. And they're happy to do it because they know they'll get a massive return on that investment. And for individual clients that hire us to set this all up for them, like in my LinkedIn domination service, this is where we write their profile, write their lead generation messages for them, create and show them how to execute the strategy. We charge $3,750 for that. Now, of course, they have everything done for them and they get results much faster because they can jump right into their lead generation, but they pay a premium for that. If you're the type of person who would prefer to pay a premium to have someone do it for you, the LinkedIn domination service is absolutely available to you. You're welcome to request a call with my team to see if you're fit for LinkedIn domination. You can just go to topdogsocialmedia.com/contact. We'll be straight with you and let you know if we recommend this for you, because we only offer this to people that we know can see a quick ROI on it. We prefer to work with clients that get their entire investment back with just 1 to 2 clients. Now, for many people, having me work one-on-one with them is just not affordable. And that's why I created Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0. It's for the individuals and the small businesses that really need this the most. And I wanted to make this training as affordable as possible. I understand the struggles of predictably generating new leads and increasing revenue, so I really want to make sure that everyone can have the advantage I wish that I had when I was first getting started. That's why you can get access to this entire program and start generating clients using LinkedIn for only one payment of $9.97. The exciting part is this program will pay for itself and then some as soon as you land your first client. Now multiply that by 2, 3, or even more clients each month, and you can see what a great value that is, what an incredible ROI that you can actually get from this program. I also understand that this might be a big commitment for you. Let me remove some of that fear by sharing my generous refund policy. It's pretty simple. You have 30 days to try out the first month of the program. Go through all the lessons, use all the templates, really dive into the meat of the brand builder content. Build a powerful personal brand. And if you're not happy for any reason, even if you just don't like my teaching style, just let me know before the 30 days are up and I'll refund your payment in full. No questions asked, no hard feelings. It's that simple. You have 30 days to decide if this is the right investment for you and your business. If you've heard enough and you're ready to enroll, just click on the button below to get registered now. On that page, you'll see an overview of the full program, as well as what you can expect from the brand builder, the lead builder, and the authority builder phases of the program. And below that, you'll find the order form that you need to fill out to get registered. So let me just dive in a little deeper to some of the things that are available in this program to really make your life a lot easier, to help you perfect your profile and your lead gen messages, even if you're not a good writer. And most importantly, get you results much faster. For example, in month 1 in the brand builder phase, you'll get access to the ultimate fill in the blanks LinkedIn profile builder. I already shared that you have 3 seconds to make a good impression, but writing about yourself can be challenging. Most people aren't writers to begin with, but even seasoned writers struggle when it comes to writing their own profiles. The 3 most important sections of your profile are your headline, your about section, and your current work experience section. Getting these 3 sections right will give you a huge leg up over 90% of your competition. To help make this really easy for you, I created a fill in the blanks LinkedIn profile builder so you know exactly what to write and where. This fill in the blanks system takes all the guesswork out of what to write and how to structure your message, along with the benefits you provide to your ideal clients. In listening to the lessons and utilizing the LinkedIn profile builder, you can have a rock star profile ready within a day, and without all the overwhelm of starting from scratch. You'll be able to have the same quality of profile as you would had you paid us to do it for you in our LinkedIn profile development service, which our clients pay $1,500 for. You'll be able to save yourself tons of time and, more importantly, get straight to your revenue generating activities on LinkedIn. I mentioned earlier that in month 2 in the lead builder, you'll be getting my high converting lead generation message templates. These are examples of some of the highest converting lead generation messages. They're all included. By following these templates closely, you'll never be stuck on what to write. And as you know from watching this masterclass, the problem is that most people don't know what to say in their connection request. They don't know how to follow up, and they don't know how to book offline conversations. That's where most people get lost and give up. We've split tested hundreds of different messages over the last 10 years, and we perfected the process of the messages that get the highest connection request acceptance rate, the highest response rate, and the highest conversion rate to a phone call. Now, wouldn't you agree that having a plan is better than shooting in the dark, hoping that something's going to work? The really nice thing is you don't have to guess anymore. If you've ever used the copy and paste function on your computer and then simply made some edits, you can do this because it's that easy. These templates will remove all confusion of what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. It's going to save you so much time because we've already done the hard work for you. It's kind of like getting the answers to a big exam in school without feeling guilty. It's all included as part of this program. Among other things, in the Lead Builder in month 2, you'll also get my lead generation playbook, which is a step-by-step plan of what you need to do daily, weekly, and monthly. You won't even have to think about what you need to do because I've already listed it all out for you. But I'm going to show you how to deploy this entire plan in an organized and efficient process. So how are you going to keep track of everything? Well, it's going to get pretty confusing if you try to keep this all in your head. You need to track, who you've sent connection request messages to, which messages from the link method have been sent to whom, and which of those people have replied, and when you're going to send the next message. Well, I'm going to show you how to do all that so that you've got an organized structure for your lead generation. Just follow the playbook and succeed. Here's what I've learned. A confused mind doesn't take action. So I've created a paint by numbers like system so that you're never confused about what to do, when to do it, and how often. And then in month 3, in the Authority Builder, you're going to get access to a complete inbound client attraction strategy. Let me ask you a question. When are people most interested in taking advantage of a product or service? When they're doing the research, right? So if you're not one of the people showing up when someone's doing their research, it's a lost opportunity. So what about attracting inbound leads? Wouldn't that be nice for people to find you and request to speak with you? There's no better time or place for that than when they're searching on Google or LinkedIn and they're doing their research for a solution that's going to solve their problem. These people are not tire kickers, they're buyers. Don't you want them to find you? Now this is a long-term strategy, but it works beautifully. Each day, people are finding me on Google and through LinkedIn, and then they're filling out my contact form to speak with me. What if you got even 1 or 2 new hot leads a month? Wouldn't this be worth it? Not to mention, when people find you through a Google search, your credibility goes through the roof. If you'd like to learn how to get inbound leads coming to you and how to show up on page 1 of Google, I can teach you that too. Every single thing that I do has a purpose and a goal. So I don't just blog on an ongoing basis to show people that I'm an authority on my topic. People already know that I'm an authority on my topic. I've got multiple #1 best-selling books in 7 countries. I'm an in-demand speaker. The reason I continue to blog and create content is because it continues to put me on page 1 of Google for a variety of different keywords. And guess what? Those keywords result in Fortune 500 companies coming to me, governments from around the world coming to me. I just landed a contract this week with one of the largest companies in the world who found me exactly this way. Corporations, governments, thought leaders, everyday people are finding my products and services through Google searches and coming directly to me. And in this program, I'll show you how to develop an inbound client strategy so that you can do this too. So here's what you're going to get. Month 1, the brand builder with the ultimate fill-in-the-blanks LinkedIn profile builder. Month 2, the lead builder with my highest converting lead generation message template and a lead generation playbook. Month 3, the authority builder with a complete inbound client attraction strategy. All you have to do is click the button below and you can get yourself immediately enrolled. And remember, for a limited time, I'm including 3 months of live coaching and Q&A sessions. This is the one part of the program that will only be available right now. I have a crazy travel schedule, speaking and training for events and large corporations, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to include this. But when you buy it right now, you're guaranteed to get support from me for 3 months. You'll have the opportunity to request for me to review and provide feedback on your profile, or your lead generation messages, or even your content, and to get your questions answered. I'll dissect your profile, your messages, your content, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do to perfect it. You'll have time to work through the lessons each month, implement what you learn, and then come to the live sessions and receive feedback. I mentioned earlier that these sessions can last up to 2 hours depending on how many requests I receive for feedback. The individualized feedback I provide is invaluable to my students. And even if you haven't requested feedback on a specific live session, listening to the feedback I give other students is extremely helpful and beneficial. And I really haven't emphasized this enough, But you also have access to a private Facebook group. Guaranteed, there's going to be times in between these live monthly sessions where you're going to have a question that you don't want to wait to have answered. So I've created a private Facebook group to ensure that you're fully supported. If you have a quick question, you can just pop into the Facebook group and ask it. I'm very responsive in this group, and if you have a question that I can answer within a couple of minutes, I will. If you have a more complex question or want feedback, that's what the live sessions are intended for. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to network and get feedback from other people in the program. So, to recap, inside Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0, and as part of this program, you'll receive the Brand Builder with the Ultimate Fill-in-the-Blanks LinkedIn Profile Builder, the Lead Builder with my highest converting lead generation message templates and a lead generation playbook, the Authority Builder with an inbound client attraction strategy, 3 months of live coaching and Q&A sessions where you have the opportunity to get feedback on your profile, messages, and even your content, as well as get any questions you'd like answered. And the private members-only Facebook group so that you don't have to wait a full month if you've got a quick question you want answered. This group is also a great place for members to learn from each other and support each other. If you were to invest in these 3 phases individually, it would be $2,000. Add another $1,000 for the 3 months of live coaching, that's $3,000. And that doesn't include having access to a private Facebook group where you can ask me questions in between sessions. I'm not going to state a value for that as it's not something I sell on its own, but it's a very valuable addition to the program. You can get all of this right now for just $9.97. Click the button below to enroll and you'll never have to experience feast or famine cycles in your business again. You'll be in full control of how much business you can bring in. And you'll have a personal brand that you can be proud of. You'll be able to quickly build authority, credibility, and trust with your ideal clients. Now, as I mentioned, the 3 months of live coaching sessions will be removed in the very near future. But anyone that registers now through this masterclass will get access to these live sessions. So if you feel that this is right for you, click the button. It's going to take you to a page that's going to give you a short recap of what's included in the program. Just scroll down below that to the bottom of the page and you'll see an order form. It will only take you about 60 seconds to complete it, and then you're all set. There is no other program that's this up to date, this effective, and packed full of so much value like Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0. Once you register, you're going to receive an email with all the details to access the course. If for any reason you don't see it, maybe you entered in the wrong email address or it went into your spam folder, or you have any problems locating it, please email us at info@topdogsocialmedia.com. And remember the 30-day refund policy. I want to truly make sure that you like my teaching style. So you can go through the first 30 days. And if you're not really happy with what you're seeing, let me know and I'll give you a full refund. This program works, and I'm convinced that you're going to be more than happy with it. Many students have even said it was the best investment they've ever made for their business. So if you're ready to get started, simply click the button, scroll down the page to the order form, complete the order form, and then within a few minutes, you'll receive an email with your access details. Let me give you an example of one of our students that's been through the program, Rory. Rory lives in the UK. As a result of this program, Rory has a LinkedIn sales funnel in place. He's generating new clients and opportunities, and he's even expanded his consulting practice from the UK to attracting new clients in the US. You can continue doing what you've been doing and going it alone. Maybe attending webinars like this, reading articles here and there, and maybe even reading a book and using some guesswork and hope that you get it right. Or you can let me be your GPS, showing you the way, pointing out any roadblocks, showing you exactly where to turn, and taking you through a proven process. I want to address some common questions I get asked. You may be thinking to yourself, will this work for me? Yes, it will, but only if you implement what you've learned. That's common sense, right? Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0 contains everything that you need to be successful, including in-depth, step-by-step trainings, checklists, templates, worksheets, and examples. You'll also have my help with 3 months of live Q&A and coaching sessions to get your questions answered. The real question is, will you do the work? If yes, I stand 100% behind the information that you'll learn and the support that you'll receive. Is this just another marketing course? Simply put, no. I've scoured the marketplace for lead generation courses and haven't found anything quite like this program. I like to think of this course as a sales and marketing program on overdrive. You'll get the information you need to quickly see results with the support that you need. And maybe you might be thinking, how is this different from your books? Think of the book as a map. It shows you the route, but it can't predict where you'll experience obstacles, setbacks, or detours. The course, Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0, combined with the monthly live sessions, is your GPS. You'll know exactly what to do and when. You'll have confidence in your profile, your posts, and your messages because you'll have had the opportunity for me to critique them during the live coaching sessions. And with the Facebook group, you'll have the benefit of the experience, feedback, and advice of a like-minded tribe. No map can do that. How does this work? When you enroll, you'll get access to the month one training, the Brand Builder. 2, you'll be able to immediately access our private Facebook group. You'll receive an invitation and reminders to attend the monthly live coaching sessions. The trainings for month 2 and 3 will be unlocked after 30 and 60 days of the course, giving you lots of time to work through the lessons and implement what you learn each month. I recommend that you set aside a little bit of time each week to watch the lessons and implement what you learn so that you really have everything in place within 90 days. This is plenty of time for you to watch the training and implement the steps in the system. Make sure to record all your questions too so that you can bring them to the Q&A sessions. Remember, you can do this slower if you want, but the sooner you want results, the sooner you start learning and implementing the system. You have access to the entire online program for a full year. I'm just starting out. Is this program for me? In fact, you may even be ahead of the game because you have nothing to unlearn. And if this is you, I'm so glad that you found your way here. Now you can learn a system that's designed with integrity and that works. You'll save months, if not years of time, and you'll experience results faster than if you were trying to figure all this out on your own. I consider myself a social sales pro. Is this program for me? I don't know about you, but as an expert, I'm committed to constantly sharpening my skills and upping my game. Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0 will teach you the most current and effective methods of using LinkedIn for lead generation. With these tools added to your skill set, you'll be among the best of the best. Many of the world's leading marketing experts actually hire me for my LinkedIn advice. So how much time will this take? Well, like anything in life, the more you put into it, the faster you'll see results. You'll start with designing your profile, which may take you several hours to get it right. For most people, it really depends on how many clients they want each month. But on average, they'll invest 15 to 60 minutes a day in their lead generation efforts. But that's very high leverage use of your time, not busy work. I designed this program to focus on the highest leveraging activities. I really put an emphasis on the activities with the highest payoff and eliminating all the ineffective tasks. Implemented right, this system will give you a consistent flow of new clients every month. How quickly will I see results? One of the things I teach is that you've got to slow down the sale to speed it up. The time frame from a connection accepting your request to you asking to move that conversation with them offline is usually about 2 weeks. Now, it really depends a lot on the sales cycle of your business. From the time that you speak to a prospect, how long is it before they actually invest in your solution? If you have a short sales cycle, you can start seeing results as in income, revenue, within as little as a few weeks after you implement the link method. And remember, if you're the type of person who really wants results fast, and you also like to turn things over to an expert, you want us to write your profile, create your messages, and show you how to implement this right away, LinkedIn Domination, our done-for-you service, may be the right fit for you. Do you offer a payment plan? No, we don't. I believe that investing in your business is important, and I think it's okay to make investments that stretch you a little bit. But I don't believe that people should invest in something that they don't have the money to pay for. The people that do best in a program like this are those that are comfortable enough to invest $9.97 for their marketing and lead generation, and they understand the importance of doing so for their business. Do you offer a guarantee? Well, yes and no. I guarantee that you're going to get results if you actually do what you learn, but I do offer a refund policy. It's a simple, straightforward, no questions asked, 30-day refund period. Test drive the program for 30 days. If you're not happy for any reason, let me know before the 30 days are up, and I'll refund your payment in full. No questions asked. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume that you're loving the course and want to continue on to month 2, the Lead Builder. It all comes down to one simple question. Is lead generation a priority for you? This is for you if you'd like to attract high-quality leads who can afford your services. If you want quick strategies that will help you do this without spending a single dollar on ads. Would getting just one new client pay for the investment in this training? Now imagine if that was one new client a month, or even one new client per week. Once you know the tried and true way to make that happen, the sky's really the limit. Cracking the LinkedIn Code 4.0 contains everything you need to make it happen. And with a 30-day no questions asked refund period, you have nothing to lose by trying it. Just click the button below, scroll down to the end of the page for the order form, and fill in your details to enroll. I hope you enjoyed this masterclass, and I hope to see you inside the program so that you can take your lead generation and your revenue to a whole new level. I'd be honored to be your guide to do that. Lead generation is a priority for you. I'd love to help you. Just click the button below, scroll down to the order form, and register. Thank you so much for attending this masterclass, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.